Hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Friday. Funny Friday. Woohoo! And you are live with Lorielle New on YouTube and Google Hangouts. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. And it is also the day after Thanksgiving. So I hope you're all survived your overeating. Let me make sure. All right, let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton.
It just seemed like the lion woke up.
And Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairy Lover and Lucky Girl and Andrew Yusuf and the Cream and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimis and N1 QOE and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and Wing Doggy. Let me make sure I didn't forget anyone. My eyes are bugging out today. I can't read. Hello. Hello, I hope everybody's Thanksgiving was good. It's Funny Friday where we share jokes to put everyone in a good mood for the weekend. Let me say hello to everyone. And Philip Chandler! I had a nice Thanksgiving, though I'm probably going to do a short show today. I wasn't sure if I was going to do any show today, and I think I need to do a short show today. Linda said her Thanksgiving was awesome because she did not have to do the dishes. Ooh, that does make it awesome because there are typically a lot of dishes to do on Thanksgiving. Well, we had a non-traditional Thanksgiving in that there was a football game that needed watching. So I made healthy goat cheese and vegetable pizza and salad, and we had some vegetarian samosas, and which are like little like almost like little like Indian hot pocket kind of things, and then for dessert just had some fruit. So the goat's vegetarian. I believe goats are naturally vegetarian. Actually, goats are kind of like they'll eat anything. Like they'll eat a shoe, they'll eat your hat. They're generally vegetarian, but they're also like a 2-year-old. They put everything in their mouth and they'll eat anything. Linda says she wants pumpkin pie. Yeah, so do I. I've been craving that. Hi, Sue. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did everyone have a good time? Well, Allura, there's more for you then. So what if Charlene doesn't like pumpkin pie? So what? Wing Doggy and Sam and everybody on YouTube. Ooh. I watched the game. They Chicago Bears were playing the Green Bay Packers in Wisconsin, and it was Green Bay lost. But the thing that struck me the most was it was like freezing. It was like 30 degrees, pouring rain. And these guys are playing football. How do you throw and catch a ball when you're wearing a short sleeve shirt? And I know you get warm and you're running around, but it's 30 degrees. It's freezing out. Linda says, no wonder they make so much money. It's freezing out. Your hands, when you're cold, you know your hands, your joints, everything gets tighter and stiffer and slower. So it's hard to hold, catch, throw. Well, Linda, part of why they make so much money is also because usually by the time a football player retires, they've got like permanent physical body damages to joints and bones and head injuries. We just had Frank Gifford, Kathy Gifford's husband, died. He had a brain disease from, getting your, well, you know what happens when you get your head knock. I got it twice. Man, football players, they get like knock. Your brain gets bounced, and the brain is not supposed to bounce. It is a non-bouncing organ. No bouncing. It gets knocked and smacked. So a lot of football players end up with brain damage problems because their brain's been smacked around. And not only that, David Jones says, and the career often only lasts 4 years. Sam said he went to Dunkin' Donuts for a bagel and coffee. No! This morning, I had dim sum, which is delicious. I don't know if you guys know that dim sum. They've got like a cart full of these steamed dumplings, and they push it around, and you pick out what you want. We ate too much, but we had a nice time. David Jones says owners are finally admitting that there's a brain injury issue. Really? It seems kind of obvious. Doesn't it seem kind of obvious that if you get hit, we know that if you get hit in your head, you can get brain injury. So if you're playing, if your sport, if part of your job is getting hit in the head, you're going to have brain injury issues. I think I read that Frank Gifford was like donating his brain to science so they could study the effect of the brain injuries and brain disease he had as a result of all the hits that he took. David Jones says, I see football being illegal in 10 to 15 years. Yes, he was a broadcaster for a long time. Yes, Linda. Yes, we had a nice time. And I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I had a nice weekend, nice relaxing weekend. Got a lot of laundry done. It was very productive. I'm feeling a little tired and shaky now. So I'm going to keep this show short. I have appointments. Yeah, it's a weekend. I have doctor's appointment Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. So I will report back to all of you guys Monday. I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But I just wanted to check in. I don't think we had any jokes today, but that's okay. I'm Linda's Linda just wrote, because yesterday, no, or the day before, when the phone rang and you could hear the robot call saying, remind you of your appointment on, because it automatically like sends those calls. And somehow, after all these years, Linda knows that there's a strong possibility that I may never have called to confirm that. How do you know me so well? No, I didn't call them. And this is you just need to press 1. Oh, and Sue says dim sum is actually Taiwanese. It's very fun because it's food in a cart and you pick it out. It's filling, but it was very delicious. Hi, Sue! I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And it's all these little like dumplings. If you like pot stickers, egg rolls, and dumplings, if you don't know what a dim sum is, it's a whole bunch of variety and assortment of all kinds of different little dumpling type things. So you've got, and they all have, there's several different types of dough that could be on the outside, but it's all the same type of thing. So you've got some sort of like little dough thingy or steamed bun with something inside. And the inside might be chicken or pork or vegetables or shrimp or anything. So it's all kinds of little steamed, and some of them are open, some of them are closed, some of them are buns. So they're all different shapes and designs, and they're like little small plates. So there's usually like 3 or 4 on a plate. So they bring a cart around, and you pick out the ones you like, and they tell you what they are. So it's like a little it's like appetizer carts, and you know I love appetizers. And they're all these yummy little dumplings, these little Taiwanese dumplings. Yeah. So Sam says never had it, never will. But you got the hot water fixed. Yay! Good for you. I'm so glad you got a hot shower, Sam, because you were starting to smell. Even the people in Scranton can smell you. They can smell you all the way to Scranton. Yeah, Sam, have you ever been to a Chinese restaurant? Sam, I don't know what they have in Pennsylvania where you are. You know, I live in Los Angeles, so there is a restaurant for any country in the world, any type of food in the world, there's a restaurant for it here. So we've got lots of variety, but there are plenty of states and plenty of areas where you go and you just don't have that. Either there's not enough people, or the population, there's no demand for it, or there's just nobody that cooks that kind of stuff anywhere nearby. So a lot of places, but if you live in a place where there's none of that around, you never tasted it because there's no restaurants. But oh, there's one joke. Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on because this is a long one. Hang on, let's see if I can get this to go backwards. Oh, come on, go backwards. It won't go backwards for me. I can't move. I can't get to the... Oh, I can't do it. I can't go to the beginning. My screen won't move at all. It's frustrating. It's too long to fit all. Oh wait, hang on. Oh yeah, okay. Here's a joke. David Jones says a blonde was down on her luck, and in order to raise some money, she decided to kidnap a kid and hold him for ransom. So she went to the playground, grabbed a kid, took him behind the tree, and told him, "I've kidnapped you." Then she wrote a note saying, "I've kidnapped your kid tomorrow. I've kidnapped your kid tomorrow morning with $10,000 and a note that says, uh, uh, wait, put $10,000 in a paper bag and put it under the pecan tree next to the slide on the north side of the parking lot. Signed, Blonde." The blonde then taped the note to the kid's shirt and sent the kid home to show his parents. The next morning, the blonde checked, and sure enough, a paper bag was sitting under the pecan tree. The blonde opened the bag and found the $10,000 with a note that said, "How could you do this to a fellow blonde?" All right, so we had one joke. That's Funny Friday. We can officially call it Funny Friday. Oh, and Linda has one. When Alexander Bell invented the telephone, he had 3 missed calls from Chuck Norris. "It's Chuck. Call me back." Here's one. Why can't you take a turkey to church? Because they use foul language. What do you get when you cross a turkey with a banjo? A turkey that plucks itself. Boing, boing, boing. One time, Chuck Norris and Time had a race. The result? Time is still running. Oh, I missed one. But oh, this thing just doesn't want to. A blonde went to the appliance store and found a bargain. Said, "I would like to buy this TV." And he says, "Sorry, we don't sell the blondes." The blonde was very angry. She hurried home, dyed her hair, and came back the next day. Is to buy this TV, and he says, "Sorry, we don't sell the blondes." The blonde didn't know how the salesman had recognized her. This time, she cut through new color, a new outfit, and big sunglasses, and then waited a few days before she approached the salesman. She said, "I would like to buy this TV." And he says, "Sorry, we don't sell the blondes." And frustrated, finally she goes, "How do you know I'm a blonde?" He says, "Because that's a microwave." It's the perfect size. Hi, Angie. Hi, Angie Thompson. Angie says, I'm going to bang my head on the wall and shoot myself. Angie, don't do that. Don't do either of those. Sounds very bad. Are you okay, Angie? We're sending you love and happy Thanksgiving. All right, so I am just about to sign off, but I will be back on Monday at 5:15 Los Angeles time. So let me say goodbye to everybody. Laura Starr and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Angie Tomlinson and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and 1QOV and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and Sturgis Guy and House of Dave and Philip Chandler and Terry Sue. Thank you for checking in. I'm just about to Red Stapler and N1QOV and Joe Barney. Make sure, and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Eyes are bugging out. All right, kisses for everybody. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful to be alive this year. This is just a couple months ago. Grateful to be alive. Working through. All right, bye. Love you guys. Bye.